Every trail begins the same way, one quiet step into the unknown. Every lake holds reflections, not just of the trees, but of the moments we take to breathe. Good morning, everybody. Chris in the morning here, coming to you from Leaser Lake this beautiful October morning. Let's see, I need this. Right now it's about 45 degrees. It's supposed to get up into the 50s. Sun is just starting to come up over the trees. Got some nice mist on the lake. Looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna head right down and see if I can get some photos. All right, let's head down there. Got the sun coming up, just trying to penetrate the fog and the mist. Looks absolutely gorgeous. This morning, Leaser Lake invites us to wander, to listen, and to see all these amazing things autumn has to offer. Today the plan is to hike around this lake and just take in all the spectacular autumn things. Scenery, any wildlife, or just anything interesting. And yeah, just an absolutely beautiful day. So let's get started in making our way around this lake. Come along, it's gonna be fun. Beautiful reflection in the water right there across the pond. I'm not sure how this image is going to turn out because of the sun, but I really love the reflection. It's a beautiful shot. Just waiting to see if there's any kind of movement in the water, a little bit of ripple, just to kind of break up the foreground, the reflection in the foreground. But I like the mirror image in itself. And I got some shots of that, but I want to see if I can get, if there's like a little ripple in there, it would add some nice depth to the image. All right, happy with that. Moving right along. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is a type of cypress tree. Yeah, I'm not sure. Take a little walk through this cypress tunnel. That's kind of creepy. You got all the tree stumps down along the bank right here. Kind of look like tombstones. All right, I've connected back up with the trail. Making our way along. We have these markers listing what type of trees are here, which is pretty cool. I liked it that they do that. This one here is a sweet birch. Almost tripped over a couple of tree stumps, or almost tripped over some roots already. I keep looking out into the lake at some of the rocks and some of the tree stubs, looking to see if there's any kind of wildlife on them. There is not so far. Chipmunks over here. One on that rock. And there's another one right by the tree. Enjoying a little of the morning sun. Gonna turn around. We got a territorial battle between the chipmunks here. Alvin and Simon are not getting along. And there they go. Continuing through this little boulder field here. So I'm getting scolded by the blue jay. A couple of notes about this trail. It does have blue blazes, and that's what I've been following, and pretty well marked. Parts of the trail are very rocky, lots of tree roots, which for the most part isn't that big a deal. Some Tuscarora sandstone. Bedrock common to Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia. Man, the chipmunks are really active. They are crazy. All right. Oop, that rock is not steady. Little tributary. So among all these beautiful hemlocks back here, still have some remnants of some Joe Pye weed. Got one over here that's probably about 8 feet tall. Let's see if we can pan up. Pretty cool. Beautiful trail. Lovely autumn colors. Surprised to see how many trees in certain areas have kind of lost their leaves already. We're gonna travel around the road. Catch you on the other side. Steep little incline. Come out to this meadow. We are now on the other side of the lake, kind of on a ridge overlooking part of the lake. I don't know if you can see any part of it. I can go over by the ridge and take a look. Definitely a little better view of the lake. A lot of trees kind of blocking the views, but I'm going to see if I can find an opening with a nice view. That'd be pretty cool with the fall colors. All right, moving on. So the left side of the trail over here is very active with different types of sparrows. And then on the right side, the lake side, see somebody out there fishing. He actually got here at the same time I did this morning. Loaded his canoe into the lake. It's pretty cool. Beautiful day for it. Gonna hang out here for a couple minutes. There's some butterflies and some birds hanging out in the little field over here. So they got a little barn swallow up in the tree over there. Got a field of milkweed, goldenrod. The milkweed is exploding. All those seeds are going to start blowing. There's no wind right now, so kind of stagnant. Here's a look back over that field and the trail we just came up. Last month, this would have been a field of yellow, a sea of yellow, you could say. All this goldenrod, and it was probably just glowing. It would have been awesome. But you can see the mountain range in the back. Pretty cool spot. And here's the lake over here. Alrighty, let's continue down the trail. Blinded by the light. Continuing working our way around the lake. That's a pin oak. Interesting. Walking by, I saw a couple of these pin oak trees. But I thought this one was interesting because of where it's at. So this is a pin oak, got the really deep lobes. This one's starting to change color a little bit of red, a little bit of brown, but for the most part still very green. But right next to it, you have a white oak. So the pin oak is a red oak, and then this here is a white oak with the rounded leaves. The rounded lobes, and you can see this one's mostly red. It's already changed. But I just thought it was interesting that they were right next to each other. Nice lake view with a little bit of pokeweed in the foreground here. You can see the background of the trees still pretty green. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's just going to go brown, which would be a shame. Okay, we come to a nice section of the trail. Kind of quiet. Some birds back here, but you have a nice line of pine trees. So you're getting a little bit of the pine smell, a little bit of the pine needles on the ground. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And on the other side we have the lake. Not sure how much of the lake you can see through all the trees. Can never tell what the camera sees and what it doesn't see. Sometimes I think it sees better than I do sometimes. Somewhere up there is a woodpecker. Somewhere amongst the pines. All right, we are coming back down to the lake. This would be a beautiful shot if that tree was that golden yellow with the blue sky. There's a little opening up here. Nice little view looking out over the lake. I think this is the south end, south side. Continue around this side of the lake. Got a tree-lined bank of pines, white pine. Got a lot of hemlock on the other side. A lot of white pine on this side. It's pretty, this is, okay. Nice strong whiff of the pine. Right here. A little warm breeze blowing through here. Oh man. Fantastic. Trails covered in the pine needles. It's almost like walking on clouds. So cool. You can see the Canada geese down there, right along the dam. We will be crossing over that dam right now. And the geese are preemptively swimming back toward the middle of the lake. All right, we're gonna come up onto the dam, literally. Some kayakers. I think that's still the same guy from this morning in the canoe. And then, ooh, found the windy spot. All right, let's make our way across the dam. Here's a shot from the other side of the dam. I'm trying to sort of block the wind, and it's probably blowing out my microphones. Out of this list of birds, the ones that I've seen were Saw a red-bellied woodpecker. Saw a barn swallow. Yeah, they have it on here. Gray catbird. May have seen a kestrel, I'm not sure. Really surprised I haven't seen any heron, blue heron. Here's a map. Says we are right here. And we hiked so far all the way around this side, up this way, all the way around. Just lost my finger. All the way around, up there. Oh, we started right here at the north parking lot. So we just have the back stretch to do. That may have been the worst map diagram tracing ever. I apologize. This map is huge. So, all right, let's continue on. We're coming up on, jeez, bug just flew up my nose. Alright, sorry about that. We're coming up on these really bright red trees, bushes. There's some juncos over here on the right. They sure are bright red. I believe it's sumac, isn't it? You can tell me if I'm wrong. Up and around the maple, the pretty yellow leaves. Color right there. On the lookout for any other critters in this end of the lake, or this finger of the lake, I guess. It's more of a marsh at this point. I don't know if you can see this, but the turtles were right on this wood platform right here. And I just walked all the way around, came over to the other side, and now all of the turtles are on tree logs right on the other side, right where I was photographing them. Pretty smart, actually. I mean, they knew I was coming around, and they moved to where I just was. Pretty sneaky, sis. trail. This is a little different for this trail. Here's a view looking out to the lake. Alrighty, that's going to wrap it up for today. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed this beautiful day around Lake Leaser here in Lehigh County. The area around Leaser Lake here is absolutely gorgeous. Definitely going to come back here in the spring and check this out. But yeah, just an absolutely great day. Beautiful day, beautiful October day, definitely. All right, thanks again for watching, and I will catch everybody in the next video. Peace. Have a great day, everybody.